Today, we're going to talk about why I chose to get a TRX over a Hellcat Charger or a Trackhawk or a Hellcat Durango. Why I chose this particular Hellcat over all the rest of them. Let's get to it with your boy. A lot of y'all been wondering why I got rid of my Camaro ZL1 1LE. Well, you know I wasn't going to end up keeping that car too long anyway. Basically because the car was a little too small for my liking. As well as, you know, I always wanted to go back to MOPAR. I was really just trying to Chevy out just to see what it was talking about. I had to get a car a chance, and let me tell you something, it was a great car. But let's talk about why I chose to get the TRX Hellcat over the Durango Hellcat, the Cherokee Hellcat, as well as the Hellcat Charger, because you know a Hellcat Charger is a 4-seater car. So basically the reason why I got this particular Hellcat is because it does everything the rest of those do and more. You know, the rest of those basically you know, when you look at this truck, I ain't gonna call it a car. Look at this truck. It's a full truck. I can have passengers in here with me, unlike when I had my Hellcat Challenger as well as my ZL1 1LE. This particular vehicle can carry people quite comfortably without having to fight with it. They can get in, as you can see, you can get inside of this bad boy. You ain't got to fight with it. It's comfortable. Everybody can just sit back and enjoy themselves, enjoy the ride. You know, big view, big space, big leg room. No leg room in my Challenger, as well as was no leg room in my ZL1 1LE. And I wanted to get a Charger. I was gonna get a Hellcat Charger. Probably was gonna get a red eye, but I was like, I pretty much already had a Charger, as I had a 392 Daytona. It was comfortable, but for where I live at, if you think about, I live in the Midwest. Let me get this sun out of my eyes. I live in the Midwest, and the Midwest is basically, it snows here a lot. As you know, it snows in the Midwest a lot. And I needed to get a vehicle that I could do content on it in the wintertime, as well as the summertime, and still have just as much fun. And you know, as you know, I'm a content creator, so I have to be able to do content all the time. Even though I got a lot more vehicles, I don't just have this one vehicle. I do have a Magnum. You probably can see him right there. I got a Magnum. I got a SS Impala. I got that Ford F-150, as well as the Jeep right there. As you can see, I'll let you see a little bit later. But I wanted to get a car that was pretty much ergonomical, that I could do everything in. You know, it was gonna be comfortable. I can enjoy the ride. I didn't have to fight with it. I can get in and out of the car without having to, you know, fight. I can go anywhere, snow, rain, sleet, or snow. I can go anywhere. Didn't have to sit in the garage. You know, I had my ZL1. I had a ZL1 as well as my Hellcat. And when you're paying all that money a month on a vehicle, you want to pretty much be able to do what you want to do. You don't want it to be sitting in the garage for 6-7 months at a time. Even though this is gonna be sitting in the garage a long time too. I don't really drive it a lot. I done had the car for a while. Contrary to y'all belief, I had this truck a while. Y'all just didn't know I had it. I don't usually post a lot of my stuff like real fast. Like, y'all thought I had the ZL1 for a long time, and I had already gotten rid of that car. I just didn't post a video, because I don't just do my own car content. I do car reviews and other things too. So I'm just pretty versatile YouTuber. So, but yeah. So I ended up getting this truck because, I mean, look at it. It's probably the best looking out of all the Hellcats. It's probably the best looking one if you really want to go for looks. It looks good. It's got the wide body on the truck. As you can see, it's wide. The wide body. Look at that. Look at the wide body on that bad boy. Look at that. Look at the stance on that bad boy. Look at that front end. Look how ferociously mean that front end look. Look how mean that front end look. I mean, you can't really go wrong when you got a vehicle like this. I mean, it's the presence alone of this TRX. The presence alone, you know, it's gonna get people to look at it. It's the best looking truck on the market. It even looks better than the Raptor R, which the Raptor R is a nice vehicle. I'm gonna put a little, I'll let y'all see what it looks like. I'll put a little picture of it on here. But it's definitely a nice looking vehicle, but I think the TRX looks way better. And then you got but the Shelby truck, the Shelby truck is giving this truck a run for its money, because that Shelby looks good. That Shelby truck looks real good. The Shelby F-150 looks real good. But if you really want to go for looks and all that, this is the best looking of all the Hellcats, from the Hellcat Charger, Challenger, the Trackhawk, and the Hellcat Durango. I'm not forgetting none. There ain't no more I'm forgetting. Even the better, it looks better than the Demon. It looks better than all of them. It's the best looking one you can get. I mean, these ain't, it's another set of different set of wheels you can get on this bad boy. I like these wheels better, but you can get the bead lock wheels too. But this one, it comes on 35 tires. It's just everything looks good on this bad boy. And you can go through snow. It doesn't matter. Rain, sleet, or snow, you can drive this year round. You really can't drive you can drive a Charger year round, but I wouldn't recommend it in the snow because it's rear wheel driving. It just, I mean, my Magnum is rear wheel drive, which I don't have a problem driving in it because I grew up in the snow. I grew up in a cold climate, so it ain't really nothing for me to drive in the snow. But for the person that ain't never really driven in the snow and they moved to a cold climate like Indiana or somewhere in the Midwest, and you got a Charger, Hellcat, you ain't gonna know what to do in that snow. You gonna panic and you gonna tear your car up. So I can go anywhere I want with this. Any terrain, I can go anywhere I want. If I want to go off-roading, I can go off-roading in this truck. I don't know why you would go off-roading in a TRX, being it costs so much money, but some people do. If you got it like that, do your thing. I ain't got it like that. I can't tear my vehicles up like that because I ain't got it like that. Hell, my Jeep right here, I don't off-road my Jeep. I'm definitely not gonna off-road this, but some people do end up off-roading theirs. But for bang for buck, this is the best vehicle you can get. It's got the best looking screen out of all of them. None of them have a screen that looks better than this. Although the new Durango screen is nice, and I think the new Trackhawk got a nice screen in it too, the newer version of it. I think the 2021 version has the best, a newer screen in it. Maybe 2020, maybe the 2020 does too. I'm not for sure, but none of them have this. This is the most up to date you can get. I mean, this is not a brand new one. You know, I buy my cars used. This ain't a brand new one, and the screen is digital now. The digital dash, they got a whole digital dash for the 2024s and I think the 2023s. But other than that, it's the same. I mean, even the digital dash looks the same. So everything else is the same. And as you can see, it's just look how much space, how beautiful it is inside of this truck. I mean, it's everything you can want. I got that big old moon roof too. You can't see it because I ain't got it open, the big old Panamera roof. I mean, it's just, you can do everything. You can pick up, if you got to go pick up something big, you can put it in the back of the truck. You can't put nothing in the back of no Durango, no Cherokee, or no Charger. It's just the perfect vehicle for, you can do everything in this truck that you can't do, and this things this truck can do that the other ones can't do. So this was the best choice for me. And if it's gonna be the end of the Hellcat era, I'd rather have this one out of all of them, because this one's gonna hold the best value, being that it's a truck. It looks the best to me. It's got the wide body on it like the Chargers. As you know, the Durangos don't got no wide body, as well as the Cherokees. They don't have no wide body either. This thing is it's sweet, man. I definitely would recommend it. If somebody's like, man, should I get a TRX? Yes, get you a TRX. I don't care if it's used or brand new. I got a used one. I mean, it's a truck. It's built to last. I mean, just get you a nice warranty on it, and you ain't got nothing to worry about. I mean, come on now. It's really nothing. If you had to replace something on it, what's a supercharger gonna cost you? $2,500? It ain't much. I mean, $2,500 ain't nothing. You can get a $2,500 to replace that, and it ain't nothing. Just get you a warranty on everything, and you ain't got to worry about none of that. So look at this bad boy. I mean, when you see this thing coming up behind you, you think you ain't gonna move and get out the way. You ain't gonna be like, man, I gotta get out the way for the big old T-Rex. You know, this thing is lovely. So I ended up getting this bad boy over a Charger, because I know a lot of y'all like, man, why you didn't get a Charger? I thought he was gonna get like a Charger or something. Come back to the MOPAR. I said if I come back to MOPAR, which I was gonna come back to MOPAR, I was gonna come back full effect, unstoppable, get out my way. I was coming back as hard as I could. And plus, you know, I can't afford no Demon 170. Hell, I can't even afford a regular Demon, but I can afford one of these. So for those who wanted to know why I chose to get a TRX over the rest of the Hellcats, this is why I chose. That's why I chose. I chose because it's very much ergonomical. It's the best type of vehicle you can get with, of all the Hellcats. It does everything that the rest of the Hellcats do, and plus many more things. And it looks as good as every one of those other Hellcats out there. In my honest opinion, it's the best looking one. Period. What's second place? Which one was second place? If I was gonna go second place, I would say the Charger goes second. Then I will go with the Hellcat Durango. Then I will go with the Challenger. Then I will go with the TRX. TRX is probably last place for me. It's a nice looking vehicle. I'm not saying it's not nice looking. For those who like, man, he dissing the Trackhawk. I ain't dissing the Trackhawk. It's just in my lineup, it's last place when it comes to looks. But yeah, and plus this bad boy all-wheel drive too, man. It ain't gonna take much to get a quick little tune on this bad boy. Get rid of that governor and you working with something crazy. You know what I'm saying? I ain't did no mods on it, but I'm definitely gonna do some mods on this, because as you know, I really didn't mod my ZL11LE. I didn't mod it because I knew I wasn't gonna keep it, so I did not do any mods to it. This bad boy, I'm gonna end up keeping this probably forever. This probably gonna be my forever vehicle. So I'm probably gonna do some nice little mods. Probably gonna put some 37s on there, a different little wheel setup. You know, probably put some TRX emblems on here. You know, put a little TRX emblems on it. Definitely got to get me a tonneau cover. Definitely gonna get me a tonneau cover, and that's pretty much. And give it a little bit more horsepower, maybe about 800 horses. Maybe about 800 horses, that'd do me. You think about 800 horses? About 800 horses. 800 horses would do me good, do me some justice, you know. And that's about it. But with that being said, man, hopefully y'all enjoyed this vehicle. I said, this vehicle, come on, T-Lite. You think about vehicles, get them out your line. But hopefully y'all enjoyed this video, man. I just wanted to touch bases with y'all and let y'all know why I chose to get a TRX of all the Hellcats when I made my return to the MOPAR. That's why I wanted to get it, and that's why I think you should get it if you're gonna get it. But you make your own decisions on how you want to roll with the situation. But that's why I bought me a beautiful TRX Hellcat Ram truck, big boy. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this video. If you got any questions, leave them in the comments. And like I always say, man, I appreciate y'all. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell for when I drop these fireball videos. It's a squirrel up there hating. He dropping nuts all over my damn cars and stuff. He always doing that. I love him though. That's why I ain't took him out the game. But y'all stay up, man. Stay away from negative people. Stay positive. Keep chasing your dreams. Anything can happen. It's gonna make it happen. And hey, if you can't afford it right now, it's not your time. But your time is coming. Be patient. Get what you can afford. And I promise you, you'll be happy in the long run. Hey, I love y'all. Y'all stay safe out there. It's your boy T-Lite, the big werewolf.
Promise that you never be